Hi, what's up there people? Just wanted to give you a guide here in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice for Owl, the second encounter in Hirata Estate. And this fight is tough. Like, I had to go through... I got to this fight and got my ass handed to me about 50 times. So, went on ahead in the game, done Fountainhead Palace, killed a few more bosses. Went back to Ashina Castle, cleared up all the prayer beads, got my vitality and posture maxed out, just to give myself a fighting chance, give myself some more memories from bosses, to get my power up. So I'm just going to give you a noob's guide to taking down Owl, because I'm definitely not like a pro at this game. So simple. You just want to take your healing items and your rice or your fine snow if you've got that far along in that NPC quest line. I'm taking a flame vent just in case for the second phase of the fight, but I might not use it. And I'm going to take the empowered mortal draw, which is one of the elite skills that you can get on the skill tree. Normal mortal draw will work as well, but the empowered mortal draw is badass, so I'm going to be using that, and this is going to help especially in the first phase of the fight. So in the second phase of the fight, I might switch to trying to set him on fire with the flame prosthetic and put the oil on, but I hate having more than 3 items on my quick items list. So basically, once the first phase is done with, then I might well put the oil on, but for now I'm just going to keep it at the gourds, the pellets and the rice or the fine snow. I'm also going to use ceremonial tanto. Takes away half your health, but it gives you 5 more spirit emblems. So I'm going to use a pellet just to pop my health back up to almost full, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to give you a few tips as to how I ended up beating him, because you get all these people online saying, oh, you got to stay in close to him, you've got to keep on top of him, don't give him an inch. It's like, that doesn't work for me, because I'm not the best player at this game. So maybe my guide will help you. So we'll try to Makiri counter that, and luckily I slid underneath him. Rule number 1, stay in the middle of the room. Do not get backed up into the corners, because he will punish you with his firecrackers and his follow-up attacks. Oh, see, that is bullshit. Like, I saw the Makiri was on there, because he fired his firecrackers. I saw the perilous sign, and that's the move we're going to try and exploit. It didn't work there. But basically, when you see that symbol, it worked that time. But sometimes when he fires his firecrackers and you get the red symbol and he tries to do a move that you can Makiri counter, it doesn't come off. It's bullshit. It worked that time. Okay, so we're just gonna wait for him to do this move, and then we're going to try and bait him into doing his overhead, like, full sword swing, which is what he does if you can land close enough to him after he's done that sweeping perilous attack. If you can take little nibbles off here and there throughout the fight, be careful obviously. See, here we go. You got there we go, and then L1 and R1 together to use the empowered mortal draw. Take a nice chunk of energy off. When he does that shoulder barge, he's going to always follow it up with firecrackers and a slash, so definitely don't jump forwards. Okay, so run out of pellets, so just get rid of that. Just one less thing on the quick items menu. Don't let him back you up in the corner like he's trying now. Just because he will mess you up as he tried there. Pretty generous with the Makiri counters when you can actually see it. Makiri counter, by the way, I'm sure you know what it is, but if you don't, then it's a skill, and when they do a perilous thrust attack, you press circle, and it basically gives them a lot of posture damage. Okay, so back to the room, get away from the wall. Shoulder barge, see, there's the firecrackers, and then the follow-up slash. Here we go. Don't move too soon either. When you see him go up for that move, like pull the sword behind his head slowly. Don't move to the side of him until he's like ready to launch the sword at you, because it'll turn it into like a slash on you instead, which is annoying. So he's done it again. It's bullshit. I pressed circle to get the Makiri in. Swear to God, this boss is like... I thought this game was like relatively easy up until I got to this guy, and then it's just like, what the hell is this guy? But like I say, I've played him enough times now that found that patience is the key. Like when you play this, when you fight this guy, expect to have a long fight, but stick to the middle of the room and just shoulder barge, move out the way. Just try and hope that he does a load of those sweep attacks, and when he does a sweep attack, jump and try and land as close to him as possible, because if you land close to him, he's more likely to do this, and then you can do this. But in the second phase he has an owl, and he can kind of warp into the owl, and when you try and do the mortal draw, he'll just disappear. So that's why I thought about bringing the flame prosthetic to try and burn him up instead, but probably won't end up using it. Shoulder barge, firecracker, slash, move back to the middle of the room. Try and land near him. Here we go. Move at the last minute. There we go. Phase 1 complete. Now it's just a question of, do I put the oil on? You know what, I can't be bothered. I'm just going to put the divine grass and the snow on for a buff, and then just whittle him down, because he's got a couple of moves here that you can exploit, and I'll just show you. But when he disappears, he's turning into his owl, and he can land anywhere, so just run and be ready, and get ready to Makiri counter him when he does that firecracker move, even though sometimes it's bullshit and it doesn't work and he messes you up. This is one move. So basically he has an owl and he turns it into some kind of flame wave, so you just wait a second while it's in his hand, and when you see the flame coming at you, stay cool, jump, and then he'll follow up with a thrust attack. So you just Makiri counter the thrust attack and then slash him to punish him. But he'll still do his this move. See, I could have used the mortal draw there, because he didn't. But when I was testing it out earlier, every time he disappeared into his owl. As you can see there was the flame move. You just wait a second. When the flame's coming at you, you jump, and then you Mikiri counter. See, he does disappear there. When he goes into his owl, just run away and then re-lock on. Here we go. Oh God, see how frustrating. When I was trying this earlier, every single time I used the empowered mortal draw, he disappeared into his bloody owl. And now... Oh. Yep, see, he's not at that time. But, yeah, when he's in his owl, just kind of run down the other end of the room. But once he's back in the room, have some mortal draw! Once he's back in the room, like, get back in the middle of the room once he's out of his owl. Do not corner yourself, because he will mess you up. See, that's what I mean. If you move too early when he's got the sword over his head, he'll turn it into a slash and he won't actually follow through with the sword move. So just jump, Mikiri counter, slash him, and then just wait for some openings. Basically, everything I've shown you so far is just how we're going to beat him. Shoulder barge, jump back, run away down the other end of the room. But once he's back, just make sure you're back in the middle of the room so he can't corner you and firecracker you. So you're going to go for his flames, stay cool, jump, Mikiri counter, slash. Again, move at the right time. Oh, see, he's disappeared again. That's what happened every single time earlier when I was trying the mortal draw in the second phase. That's why I thought about taking the flame prosthetic and the oil. Another point is keep an eye on your health, like throughout the duration of this fight, because he hits like a truck. So if you're not looking at your health, just make sure you're topped up, because I can't tell you how many times I died and I had 8 or 9 gourd seeds. See, there's another bullshit Mikiri counter miss, which I blatantly pressed circle for. I'm out of gourd seeds now, so might have to use the divine grass. Oh dear. Want to save them for the next bosses if possible. That's another point. Oh, here we go. Oh, I missed a death blow. Oh, that hurts. Never mind, we'll get him. That's a point. If you've got like good items that will help you in this fight, what you should do is use a USB stick and back up your save file to the USB stick. So if you keep dying and losing all your items, then you can restart the fight just by reloading, copying the USB to your system storage again. So there's Al dead. Finally, after about the 70th time of trying. Oh. So that's my technique basically. It's a bit of a noob technique. I don't pronounce to be any kind of specialist in this game. Still haven't properly got the parrying down, even though I've got this far in the game. So yeah, if you've enjoyed, aromatic flower, that's the last thing I need as well for the purification ending. Sweet. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please like, share and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your week. And I really hope this video gives you some help. Okay, so peace out.